Hello friends, GingerLion here, and we are going to start a new Let's Play on a new game. This is Endless Legend. It's a new 4X strategy from the same people who brought us Endless Space. If you've never played a 4X strategy game before, they are essentially a strategy game with 4 stages of gameplay. There's an exploration, an exploitation, expansion, and extermination. The most popular one ever made probably is either Masters of Orion or Civilization, but this is the newest and latest. It reminds me a lot of Civ 5 from what I can see, but I've only read the manual once, so you are going to learn along with me about this game and about the various things. Now, I've played Endless Space. I did not play it very long. I played it maybe 15-20 hours at the most. I found it kind of, I don't know. I didn't get much enjoyment out of it. But this one sounds pretty sweet. And I did not play Dungeon of the Endless either, but from what I understand, that's a different genre. But I have played a lot of Civ 5. I've played hundreds upon hundreds of hours of Civ 5, and I've played Civilization and games like it throughout my entire life, pretty much. So this is completely in my wheelhouse, and is hopefully a much different experience than Crusader Kings is. So, like you, I am going into this almost completely blind here. So I know that there is a new game feature. Also, I should mention that this game is an alpha. So some of the things are not actually working yet. You see these things with the yellow lines here. That means that they are still in progress. So basically, we're playing a game that is not finished. It will be finished sometime in the near future, but there's no, there's really no, time frame as far as when that's actually going to be done. We have an early access to this, so what we're going to do is we're going to set it to 4 empires, just to play it on a small map and get our bearings here. I've read through a bunch of these factions, and there's 4 factions so far. There's Windwalkers, which are creators and builders. The Windwalkers, from what I understand, they can they basically can like become very powerful quickly with what they build. There's the Broken Lords, which, from what I understand, they don't eat food. They have they eat the currency of the game, and they basically have no humanity. And then there is the Vaulters, who eventually, if you've played Endless Space, you're familiar with the Vaulters. They get teleportation at some point. And then there's also the Necrophages, which have basically no, no diplomacy to speak of. They are just kind of mindless attackers and scavengers. But I think we're going to start by playing Windwalkers, just because I think it's the most vanilla of them so far, and that's just what we're going to play. Okay, so, and we're gonna set our color to blue, and we're gonna set normal, Terran, Pangea, large. That's fine. That is default all the way. This is what we're gonna start. So, with you, I'm going to learn this game. Alright, so I found out a little bit about this game. I haven't looked for on YouTube to see if there's anyone playing this yet, but I assume there are a couple. And I'm really excited, though, to see if this game lives up to the hype that I've heard so far. 4X games, for the most part, I find that if they're not if they're not balanced, or if they're not like compelling in some way, or like they don't have a fully realized world, that they don't really they don't really interest me at all. Crusader Kings is not a 4X, but Civ 5 of course is, and Civ 5 interests me mostly because you have this really gorgeous landscape to work with, and and the strategy is really great. Okay, so from what I understand here, this up here in the upper left is where we can make decisions. There is a Empire screen which will show us things about it. This is our dust and what our costs. This is our research. This is our political will. I can't remember what it's called. And then what our resource is, but we haven't discovered it yet. This is the world that we know so far. It's just a small little area here. There's ruins here. There's wine. A life tree. Exotics. Now, I'm not really sure about what's... So, I'm going to assume that this is placed much like Civilization does. And so, okay, this is my little army. It has 2, like, archer-type people. And it has a hero attached to it, who adds their own abilities. And then I have decisions that I can make here. So I can explore, but that's not done yet. There's like a ready ability, much like there is in a sentry ability, like there is in Civ 5. Search for clues. But I think if we're gonna assume that this is like Civ 5, where three hexes away is the range, I think we're just going to settle here. So let's go ahead and hit found a new city. Oh, I see. It's actually smaller than that. Or does it expand? I don't know if it does. I mean, that looks like the best place to settle, but then again, I don't know. I mean, maybe over here it is. Because you have the... Okay, so what we're going to have to do is look here and see what the little pips give us here. So it looks like the river area is actually probably the best place to settle, but maybe with that resource, I don't know, but that tree is kind of massive. So let's add these up here. So 322, 332, so it's 9, 15, 2 and 1, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 28 there. And then if we go here, we have 4, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 25, 27. 27 versus, what was this again? I'm sorry. 27 versus 23, 20, 11, 9. Okay, so this is actually more. So we're going to settle it here. Why? I don't know. It just seems like the right place to do it. Okay, new minor faction. We've encountered a new minor faction, Sisters of Mercy. So apparently when you settle near a village of some kind, there's a minor faction that you can then subjugate if you have enough enough political will to. You only get one to start with, but essentially that gives you a unit that you can create. And this one is a Justiciar, which is a support unit. I don't know if these numbers are any good. 21 attack versus 6 defense sounds pretty good, but I don't know. Effects on Empire, +1 health regeneration on Empire, +1 health regeneration per fast-side village. Again, I don't know if this is any good or not, but we'll find out. So the village that we are looking at to pacify is right here. But again, we won't know until if it's any good. Okay, so I actually want them to move over here to, I think. So let's see. Not enough movement points. Okay. How do I move them? Do I click and drag? No. Do I right click? Yeah, I think I right click. Yeah. So there's this this movement here. Okay, so let's look at the city. If I double click on this, do I? Oh, I click here. Okay. All right. So there's FIDC, which is food, industry, science, food industry, science, dust, and influence. And basically, your city grows in population, and then you could put your population as workers in each of these little things here, and then what can happen is once they get up to a certain threshold with food, another one will be born, right? So that's what I understand here. So we have a couple things we can build. We can seed storage, which gives a plus 20% food, plus 10 on city. I don't know what that is. If that's plus 10 generation or yeah. Okay, sewer system plus 25 approval, plus 1 influence, -1 city upkeep. This one pretty much gives you +2 to everything. Can only be a once in your empire. It seems like that is actually a really good thing to build first. But let's take a look at what else we can do. Oh, we could raise a city, or we could build some more units, another settler, or a borough. But we can't. I don't think it's grayed out, so we can't actually do that yet. Now, if this is like Civ at all, my guess is that what we'll want to do is maximize the food at first and then bring everything else up after we get a first few people. So I'm going to go ahead and build the seed storage first, and then we'll build the Founders Memorial, and then we'll build the sewer system, and then we'll build some units after that. Okay, so we could assign the unit that we have here, the troop, as like the governor of our city, but I'm not going to do that yet. Okay, so that is our city. Okay, so what about our unit here? We know it's going to move. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the turn and see what happens. Oh, let's see what all this is. Oh, that's the different AIs. Okay. I definitely want to turn the hex grid on. Alright, so let's end the turn and let's see what happens. Did that end the turn? I don't think it did. Okay, there we go. New quests added. Trees or towers. It's been a difficult winter, not merely for the weather and the hunger, but all the rivalries within the Windwalkers have descended upon the head that wears a crown, your head. During the long cold months, when both space and activity are lacking, tempers flare and arguments begin. As usual, it is a shamaness of the Sakwa clan who fan the flames. We should not have left the forest. Our gods will desert us. We are made weak without the sharing. They should name the blah blah blah. You are the highest judge and warlord, and now your word remains law. The challenge is to occupy these grumblers, and who would listen to them? They need a purpose and a distraction. Around you are many ancient sites which previous civilizations rose and fell. To avoid that same fate, it would perhaps be good to investigate these places and give the grumblers something else to whine about. Explore the map and search for 3 ruins. And we get 30 glass steel. Okay. Alright. So can I move here? And yeah, we're going to search that location. And we got 60 dust out of it. Awesome. Alright, so what else can we do? Can we... What's this over here? Alright. Do I have any more movement? No, I don't. Okay. So, I think at this point then we can take a look. Oh, our research. We should probably select some research, so now that we have things to research. Alright, so from my understanding, this is how the tree works. I'm in the current era 1, and there are 4 eras, if we move across here. And essentially, as you get more of these, they become more expensive, just like Civ 5. However, all of them get more expensive. So unlike Civ 5, it's not like you can just like let sailing go until turn 100 and then get sailing in one turn. That sailing will now still be the same as the advanced technologies. So, what they... basically, to move up an era, you have to get a certain number of these in one era to move up to the next one. So what we need to do is figure out which one... So this is already researched, and this is already researched. So let's take a look at some of these and see if there's anything that pops out at us. Okay, this one unlocks the hero section of the marketplace. Okay. We get a unit there. Oh, and they're separated by military, economy and population, empire and expansion, and science and industry. 3 defense cap on city, resource on city. Public library. Okay, so what we should probably do is take a look and see here if there's anything that we definitely want to do here. Okay, so the one that immediately came up to me was this plus science one, which is the public library. I think that's the one we're going to go for first. Okay. Because that will get everything going faster. So this is the quest. We have that one quest for 3 ruins. We have the 1 army. And the diplomacies, so we haven't met the other empires. Basically, they can fall under one of these 4 things. Either we're an alliance, peace, at a Cold War or at actual war. Default when you meet them, they come in at Cold War apparently. This shows our city and what they're doing. Okay. Alright, so let's go back to this map here. Alright, so we've looked at what's being built here. 11 turns from now we'll have this seed storage built, and it looks like in a couple of turns we'll have another worker, which I am pretty sure we're just going to throw into the industry here next. So I think because this character is moved out, yes, we're going to end the turn. Alright, turn 3. We got a population, has grown to 2. Alright, so where do we want... They're already in industry. Okay, that works, and you can see now that our seed storage has gone from 11 turns to 6, which is good. So we can leave that be. Now let's move our guys here. See if we can find another village. We found another minor faction. This one, if we conquer, gives us vile snakes, which they look like they have really high attack and move fast. Is that a village? That is a ruins. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna move there next turn. So again, I think we can skip turn here. All right, and we completed public library, and I think the next research we're gonna go for here is let's go for the plus industry. I think that's the next one we should do. Although increasing dust could work, increasing food could work. But let's see. So the food one is +2 on terrain with river. +3 on terrain with water. So we don't have any with the river, actually. We did not actually build one on the river. So the next settler we build, they'll want to use that. So we'll have to pick something else. Maybe what we should build is... That one gives us +3 science per person on city. But that's a city improvement that we would have to build. Oh, and this public library is also something we need to build too. Okay, alright. So maybe what we should do is... I think we should give ourselves access to this other unit. That's what we should go for next. Okay. Alright, so we're moved out, and everything is still going, so we'll end the turn. Alright, so let's take this guy and let's move there and search. And we got 40 dust. Awesome. Alright, so I think what we'll do with this character now is we'll move this direction, see what we can find. So far, nothing. Alright, so we're still 4 turns away from this, but let's take a look and see how close we are. We're 2 turns away from having another population, I think. And we have gained a level with our hero, so let's go to the academy. Does this allow us to... Okay, so this brings up the inspect screen for our hero here, and what can we do? I think we can go to the skill tree, and we get to pick one of these, I think. So really early on, though, I think the thing is we want to improve our search on the ruins. So that's what we're going to add. I added that because I know we're going to do things with that. Okay, so let's dismiss that and exit out of the academy screen. And I think we can also exit out of the city screen. I don't think there's anything else we need to really concern ourselves with at the moment. Although, I wonder how much does it cost to buy this out? We could buy this out at 74. We have 205 at the moment. I don't know how... I don't know about dust yet. I don't know how valuable it is, but I think what we're going to do is maybe... So maybe buy one of these other ones to save us turns. So, which one should we buy? The one that gets us influence? Or the one that gives us +2 to everything, and +1 influence already? So I think we should build this right away. And yeah, that kind of cuts down on our on that, but that's okay. Alright, and then I think the next time we should buy one of these units, and then garrison it in the city. Next time we have enough money, which will be in a couple of turns. Alright, so we moved out, and we checked the city, and we did everything that I can reasonably do, so we'll end the turn. Alright, so how we have here? Okay, we built the Founders Memorial, and in 3 turns we'll have the seed storage built, and in 1 more turn we'll have another population, which is good. Alright, so let's move our character. Another minor faction. This one is the Kazanji. They have a flying demon, which that has a much higher higher attack. +1 on city, +1 on pacified village on city. Okay. Alright, so what I want to actually look at the different minor factions that are out there. How do I do that?